Royal expert James McCourt is back to talk about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
it was a big day yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, some people are calling for their heads.
Okay, let's not get dramatic.
I don't think it's going quite that far yet.
Yeah, right?
But I think, you know, it was a very big day for the royal family, unprecedented in many ways. And apparently they made a lot of progress, but we don't really know what that progress is at this point. So much has got to be worked out. How are the couple going to be funded going forward? What are they going to be allowed to add their trademark to? You know, obviously they're saying clothing and stationery and that sort of stuff. I think they've got to be
It's funny.
They've got to be a bit careful, haven't they? What the name goes on, so it doesn't cheapen the brand of the royal family.
And that's the concern, right?
Right, it is. I think for the Queen, you know, she's had a lifetime of service. You know, 67 years on the throne. She's 93 years old. She's extremely protective of the royal brand.
Longest-serving monarch ever.
Understandable.
Exactly.
So it's quite fun to speculate things, and the headlines that people come up with, you know, just a good laugh. Let's get into some of them.
Well, of course, there's the Burger King ad. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh yeah, you want to start
came
there?
up on Twitter.
Sure.
It was Burger King basically saying, this royal family can offer you a part-time role to Prince Harry. That was quite good.
And while that's funny, isn't that really the kind of nightmare that the Queen is envisioning?
Right, probably, yes. I think she's kind of worried, you know, when they say they might get a book deal, or, you know, I think actually what she's really worried about is if they do like a big no-holds-barred interview with someone like Oprah, where they just, you know, tell everything, tell all. Because,
and Oprah has a way of pulling things out of people.
And then she'll have no control over that, and I think that's what frightens her more than anything. So that's some fun press, but you know, there's been some talk about how Meghan has been treated rather badly in comparison to Kate Middleton when she married into the royal family, and we've actually got some of the headlines just showing a comparison of very similar stories, and how they were reported quite differently. So on the left there you can see Kate's morning sickness cure, Prince William gifted with an avocado for pregnant Duchess.
Quite poignant.
Wow.
Yeah, right, and, you know, nice enough. And then a very similar story covered, you know, all about Meghan, saying Meghan Markle's beloved avocado linked to human rights abuse and drought, millennial shame.
And look at this. This is the
same newspaper.
Same publication.
Right.
Completely different treatment.
And only a few years apart. And you kind of think to yourself, that story is scarily similar, but the treatment of Meghan obviously semes much more harsh, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Another one here, the Daily Mail. Not long to go, pregnant Kate tenderly cradles her baby bump while wrapping up her royal duties ahead of maternity leave, and William confirms she's due any minute now. And on the right-hand side, why can't Meghan Markle keep her hands off a bump? Experts tackle the question that has got the nation talking. Is it pride, vanity, acting, or a new age bonding technique?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that is just
kind
wild.
Of unkind. You know, obviously, Meghan's from a different background. Maybe people are thinking she can handle it a bit more, but it seems unfair. It's the same story.
Well, here's the thing. Some have said that the British press has been racist when it comes to Meghan Markle. Others have said they were actually very nice to her until she started doing things that are not...
well, breaking protocol a bit, I think, was the thing. So it's whether you consider this type of press, the differences in the two stories, to be racist or not. It's maybe not, you know, directly racist. Something is not being directly said about Meghan in that way, but just we can see the differences between how the two royals have been treated. You know, on paper there, so similar, the stories, that it's hard not to think that the press would be hard on Meghan. For what reason, we don't really know, I guess.
We have another one, the Daily Mail.
That's right, yeah. Kate and Will's Inc. Duke and Duchess secretly set up companies to protect their brand, just like the Beckhams. Nothing wrong with that, apparently. But then when it comes to Meghan and Harry, a royal cash-in, how Prince Harry and Meghan Markle trademarked over 100 items from hoodies to socks 6 months before split with monarchy, with new empire worth up to 400 million. So slight sort of negative undertone to that with Meghan and Harry. They did the same thing, ultimately. So you wonder why they've been treated so differently.
I mean, is it as simple as the fact that she just happens to be an outsider? She's not British. She was an actress. She was previously married, right? It
could be, you know, and there's always been that talk in the UK of, oh, she's from an acting background. There is no way she's not at some point in her life going to want to go back to that career.
And there is talk of that right now.
Right, exactly. And
she's doing stuff right now.
She had political kind of views on things before, obviously heavily involved in charities that she wanted to champion. Suddenly she's in the palace walls. She's not able to do any of that stuff anymore. It must have been kind of suffocating for her. I think a lot of Brits were waiting for this to happen in a way.
So soon, though.
Yeah, 20 months married.
That's nothing.
That's what I find a little crazy. I think, you know, we've all, a lot of us have married, I have, into another family. It's not always easy, you know, it takes a bit of time to adjust.
Right.
There's maybe a power shift. This obviously is under the microscope. There's a lot more pressure. But you think 20 months, you would have given it 2 or 3 years.
Many people say, you know, didn't you know what you were getting yourself into? Didn't you know what you were marrying into?
And she did know.
I think she knew. She said in interviews she didn't know who Harry was when she first met him. She said her friends told her not to marry him because the press...
how could you not know who he was?
Right, exactly. And how really can you not know what the press is like when you've... Even if you've just read about it in newspapers, what happened to Diana, surely you've got to know that the British press can be extremely unkind, so...
The British press is saying that the Queen certainly was hurt by the public announcement that they made, but that they also felt the Queen was disrespected in this case. What do you think?
I think they felt she was disrespected in the fact that it seemed like the palace didn't have a heads up on when the announcement was going to be made.
20 minutes is not going to cut it.
Right. Even though they chatted about this beforehand and decided they should wait until they'd got a proper announcement together, Harry and Meghan decided, no, it has to be shared immediately. For what reason, we don't know. Maybe it was a mental health issue. They just thought it has to happen now, or we're scared we're going to be talked out of this. Let's just do it. And then some people yesterday were saying, was it a bit disrespectful that Meghan was not even on a call? She wasn't in the meeting to begin with, but then not even on a call from Canada. At least that's what's been reported. I don't know. Maybe Harry didn't want her on a call. Maybe he didn't want her there. Who knows? We don't know. But
well, listen,
stay
James,
tuned.
So much more to talk about. I'm sure you'll be back again. We love having you. For more news, check out James McCourt's website. That's theroyalty.com.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And still to